PR Connections Radio presents. This podcast is brought to you by Envision U. Envision U has discovered how to impact spirit, body, and soul with spray technology in just 30 seconds. With Envision U, you can achieve optimal health and start living the life you have always dreamed of. Use the promo code envisinu.com/VernDix to take control of your health naturally.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're hearing this podcast from. Welcome to my podcast, Prospering in Health and Wealth. My name is Verner Dixon. I'm with VM Enterprise, and I am wanting to have a discussion with you about health, wealth, and wellness, and talk about how they actually interrelate with each other and can create a better environment for you, create a better work environment for you, a life situation for you, particularly if you have your health and you can focus on generating your wealth. And I think we'd have a lot to have conversations about. If you're interested, hang around and get your friends and relatives on board. And so let's get underway. Thank you. Let's go. Hello, all. Welcome back to the show. I really appreciate you being here this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, depending on where you're seeing this from. So it's very good that you're interested in improving your health and also taking care of your wealth infrastructure as well, considering some of the environments or the atmosphere that we're dealing with right now. So I appreciate you being here, and thanks again for showing up. I guess I got a question for you. Is that when you got up this morning, how did you feel? And I give you a second to think about that. How did you feel? Did you feel like, oh my God, my body's not functioning properly? Oh my God, I could use another 3 weeks of sleep. Oh my God, this hurts, that hurts, these issues that I have to deal with. Oh my goodness, I forgot about my bank account and what's going on with that environment. I have to get up and go to work. I have to fix coffee. I have to do my breakfast. I have to get on the road to go to that job, that 9 to 5 that you may or may not like. So those are issues that you get up and you have to deal with some of those things. But what if you got up in the morning and you had a particular things that you walked through and you didn't have that type of aggravation or that type of thought process to start your day? I mean, it would be great if you were able to get up and happy and ready to go and start your day as you'd like it to start, happy and motivated and interested about the rest of your day and your evening and what's going to happen in the next 8 hours or 9 hours. What's going to happen after that? What's going to happen during that time? So those are things that different people have in terms of how they're dealing with life, not only now, but how they were dealing with life before. I mean, I have to admit, I had some of those same things going on as well. Getting up in the morning, your back hurting, and you're just frustrated about this day starting because you didn't finish some things that were important to do yesterday or the day before, and they're still hanging over you. And you just don't feel the energy. You just don't feel the motivation to get up and do those things, to take care of your day, to make those things happen. So if you don't do those things or you're not motivated to do, what do you think you're going to be doing when it comes to your finances? Particularly if you have to get up, get dressed, breakfast, coffee, the whole shot, juice, the whole 9 yards, and go to a job that you don't like. Go to a job that you'd like to change. Go to a job that's just generating income to pay your daily sustenance, to pay the bills that are aggravating you that you wish you didn't have. And that's where you want to be. Those are that's the place you want to be. And that's the place that I'm here. And getting better at that. And so basically I'm just saying that there's an opportunity to change all of that, to make a difference in your own life. And as I've indicated before, self health is the best health. I mean, and these health and wealth kind of go hand in hand. So the issues that starts first is you've got to take care of you. Who are you? Who's taking care of you? It's got to be you. You don't have other people fawning and doing those kind of things over you. Probably haven't had that since you're a little kid and enjoying your life from that perspective. But if you don't think about yourself, if you're not thinking about yourself when you get up in the morning to make sure that you're feeling better, to make sure that your day is going to be rewarding for you, then you need to make some changes. And if you're not making those changes, you're in a situation where life is going to be dragging on for quite a long time until you make a decision to change. I don't know if I've said how old I am, but as I get older, I realize that I need to maintain my health mentally and physically. I think, as I've indicated before, I have 7 grandkids, and I'd like to extend that relationship with them for as long as I can. I mean, none of us gets out of here alive, and so there's a termination date somewhere down the line. But you need to, or at least what I'm trying to do, is make that period between now and then the best ever. And what I mean by the best ever, I have to take care of myself. And that's what I've done things to help myself in those areas. And I'm willing and I'm trying to share those with you because there are other people. I know that there are people out there that are in worse situations than I am, and obviously a lot better than I am. So I'm someplace in between. But I came from a situation of issues with my health, physical issues, from things that I've caused myself, accidents, car accidents, and things like that could have and should have been avoided, but they weren't. So here I am, and this is what I have to live with. And so with that in mind, I take a decision to get up in the morning and feel good because of the things that I've done to make me or to help me feel better when I wake up in the morning. And so those are the things that I want to share with you. And I think I mentioned on my last call, the last conversation we had, we talked about, or at least I mentioned, BioLimitless. And BioLimitless is a company that is basically saying self-help is the best way to kind of manage yourself because nobody else is going to do it. They've done some things in terms of helping the body become better or stay better rather than focusing on the illnesses that are out there. And I mentioned this as well, being sick and going to get those medications, those prescriptions filled to help you, say, remove the issue, remove the frustration, remove the symptoms. And it may or may not be relieving the cause of those symptoms. And maybe the cause is twofold. One is it from a physical perspective, and one could be from a mental perspective. But you have to address either of those ends if you're going to be feeling better, or if you're going to have a better quality of life, as it were. And so with that in mind, taking some of the medication, as I indicated in the call before, I had really issues with my gut, my stomach, and back pains, and just general things that I needed to try to resolve. The back, I approached looking at, had done some research and looked at stem cells. And I was really excited about stem cells and utilizing those stem cells to help improve my health overall, but my back pain in general. And so as I'm looking into that and realizing the expense of stem cells, that was one thing. So it delayed the process of me evaluating that technology further until there was a doctor in town that gave me the opportunity, based on the way that they set up his practice, that I was able to begin taking those stem cells. But the cost was at the time out of range. And so when I went back in and he told me that I needed some additional stem cells, it was beyond my financial capability at the time to say, take any additional treatments. And so I had to eliminate that process and start looking for other processes to help me in that environment outside of my insurance, because none of the things that had been provided through my insurance was working. And if that's not working, that's when I again delved a little bit deeper into the research and came into and was introduced to this company, BioLimitless. And let me sidestep for a moment. Not only am I going to talk about and introduce you to BioLimitless, but there's other companies from a health perspective that I would like to introduce you to as well over time. I mean, because you have to take care of the environment that you're in, the germs and the things that are in your house. So you have to talk about cleaning products, sterilizing different areas. What are you doing for your laundry? What are you doing for some of those things? And so all of those things together they work together to kind of benefit your overall health and well-being in general. And so I will be adding those to my conversations as well. So I guess one of the things that I'm saying as well is that you need to do some research on your own. I'm here to help as much as I can, but you need to do some research on your own to make sure that you're comfortable with the decisions that you're making moving forward. So again, it's about taking care of you as an individual, taking care of you as the person that you want to be, but you're not now. How do you get to that person that you want to be, whether it's health related or financially a better environment that you're in? If you're sick all the time, if you get up and you're lethargic and you don't have the motivation or the energy or the activity, being able to do the activities that help you move forward, then your finances are going to probably suffer like mine did. And I'm sure that a lot of other folks did as well. So you got to get yourself taken care of. Once you're healthy and you're feeling better about life, feeling better about getting up in the morning, feeling better about your day, feeling better about yourself and how you take care of self, that's good, because that portion creates that mental environment that you're looking for so that you can make the next step and say, how do I continue to stay this way? What are some of the things that I need to do to stay this way? I mean, eating better, maybe meditation, maybe riding a bike or walking more than you're doing now. If you've got an exercise routine, or if you don't have an exercise routine, maybe you should get an exercise routine, and that's beneficial as well. But the thing about it is, again, you have to make the decision. I can't force you into doing the next step. I can only make suggestions in terms of what the next steps have been for me and what has worked for me. Maybe they'll work for you, maybe not. I'm not sure. But I think that I'm trying to present a valuable resource here where at least you have a place to start. You have something to take a look at. And based on what you're looking at, you have a place to move to other things. It gives you the motivation to do that. So I will be talking about not only the health side of things, but also the wealth side of things. And so we'll have conversations about that as well. And I'll have experts or testimonials from other folks on my show. So we'll be doing some interviewing of other folks who are into the health and wellness environment, other folks who are into wealth appreciation or managing your current money as it is now. So in the meantime, I as I mentioned about BioLimitless, let me introduce you to a little bit more about BioLimitless by introducing this video. And this video will kind of tell you a little bit about what's going on.
The healthcare system is broken. Let's be real. You wake up exhausted. Your brain is foggy. Your gut is a mess. You're bloated. Your joints hurt. Your skin breaks out. Your weight won't budge. Your hormones are out of whack. You've got no libido, mood swings, anxiety, depression. And here's the worst part. They tell you you're normal. It's part of aging. Look, we've been sold a lie. The system is designed to keep you sick. It's not just flawed. It's fundamentally rigged against you. Chronic illness is a $1 trillion a year industry. Big pharma profits from illness. Doctors are trapped. They're trained to diagnose and prescribe drugs, not to heal the root of the problem. Hospitals and insurance companies play the game. They inflate costs, deny real treatment options, and they push you through a cycle that keeps you stuck. How's that working out for you? Are you getting any better? Or are you just collecting more and more diagnoses and more prescriptions? The truth is, to break free of this corrupt system, you must understand that self-care is the real healthcare. What if we told you that the solutions to your health problems are literally in your hands or just a click away? You see, BioLimitless is the solution. It's not just another healthcare program. It's a science-based, data-driven approach that actually works. We look at the 5 pillars of real health. We manage your genetics. We look at your DNA and tell you how you should live your genetic lifestyle. We'll give you the map, the keys in the car, and the blueprint for you to learn how to eat, sleep, move, think well so you can be well. We look at your central nervous system, the master control switch. If it's out of balance, everything else suffers. We look at the autonomic nervous system. This regulates chronic stress. We look at cellular health and function. We look at the real true control switches for cellular health and cellular function, which is the key to looking young, feeling young, and having longevity. We look at the microbiome. BioLimitless gives you the tools to truly understand your body and how to optimize it at every level. You must understand that self-care is the real healthcare. Because here is the deal, folks. No one is coming to save you. Not your doctor, not your pharmaceutical company, not your government. You have to take it into your own hands. BioLimitless is the answer. It's time to wake up. It's time to take your life back. It's time to become BioLimitless. Let's get started.
Oh, it reminds me where I kind of was when I started looking for a resource or a solution to the issues that I was having. One of the things also that I was reading in terms of some of the information that I'm trying to understand better about who I am and the environment that we're living in is one of the things that I came across was about plastic. I mean, I know you've heard about plastics in the ocean and when you're drinking water from a plastic bottle, there's little residuals that end up in your body or end up in the system, whatever. Those plastic bottles that break down in the environment, in the sea, as an example. There was a off the coast of California, there was an area of trash that's just floating in the ocean that's bigger than, I think they said, the state of Texas. And so there's crap, as it were, in the environment. As that stuff degrades and it breaks down and it's floating down through the ocean, who do you think eats that, or where do you think that goes? And as these little fishes are coming across and they're eating each other, and each of those have plastics and other things in the system. And then at the end of their little trip, we're doing stuff, we fish, we go to the market, we get our fish, and now we're eating those fish, those products that are ingesting plastics and some of the other things that are negative for us to overcome. And there's a fact that in some cases, we don't even know that it was affecting any part of the issues that we were having with whatever illnesses that come from that. But they continued to do the study based on the reading that I'm doing, and they found that we have enough plastic in general in our bodies for, if you've seen those little white plastic spoons, they say we have about that much plastic floating through our body, through our bloodstreams and whatever. Not only that, but plastic they found in our brain. What does plastic in your brain do for the rest of your body? What does it do for you in general? Nothing positive, obviously, nothing positive. But that's the issue. How do you get rid of that? How do you deal with that? I don't know whether the companies are out there that are focused on this, because the study didn't indicate that, other than they're saying that this was the environment that we're living in, and these were the things that they're finding out about what's in our body. One of the things that is coming to fruition to combat that is a product from BioLimitless called Detox. And so that should be available, looking at my clock, it should be available after the first of the month. And so this detox is looking for that plastic in your body. It's not only looking for plastic, but it's looking for any other, I want to call them anomalies, any other issues that may be negatively infecting your body. And so it's trying to get rid of all of that. The interesting thing is that if you had done a DNA study indicating what was in your body, what's missing from your body, in the different areas that can be affected in your body, BioLimitless provides a study for that. They take a swab and run it through these tests, and in a week or so, you get your test back, and it tells you how healthy you are or how sick you are. But at least you know, and you'll know the areas that need to be worked on first. This company affects, I think in the study, they do 800 million different points of and I apologize, I can't remember what they call it, but there's 800 million areas that they're looking at in terms of your body and how it functions and what it does. Each of the cells, the veins, the kidneys, all the components of your body. And the products and services that are provided at this point from BioLimitless works on about 8,000 of those, 5,000 to 8,000 of those areas. And so they're creating additional products and services to help with that as well. There's also a without having to take a lot of medication, without even taking the BioLimitless products, other than maybe a couple of, depending on what your issues are. But there's a 45-day plan. I can get that to you for free. Just let me know that you're interested some way. DM me or message me or give me a call. Let me know that you're interested in that 45-day plan, and I can send that to you free. And it just gives you things that you need to do every day to be the best you that you can be from a health and mental perspective. And so it's just amazing, some of the things that you find out when you're starting to do the research. And that's when I came up with the idea that if you got your health, wealth is possible as well. But they're finding out also that just because you're wealthy doesn't mean you're necessarily as healthy as you could possibly be. Say if you're wealthy, but you're stressing over your money, you're stressing over your investment, you're stressing over the issues that you're dealing with in terms of getting that wealth and maintaining that wealth. That creates a health issue in itself, because you got a mental stress that's creating a body that's starting to deteriorate or falling apart because you're stressed about the money. There's an area where I like to say there's an area of homeostasis where you can kind of equal that out. And as I was again researching areas about my health, then that's when I came across the issues of wealth and how they tied together. And that gave me the mindset that, again, there are people in my situation that don't know what to do. There are people on the other end of the spectrum that don't know how to get this other side done. So I want to work with the folks that are in the middle, the rest of us, as it were. And the rest of us can kind of grow together. I want to introduce you to some of the things, again, that I'm dealing with, not only like the master microbiotics that I was taking because of my stomach issue. My gut was just disastrous, and couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. And then when I ate, I was sick and just felt miserable for hours after a meal. So with that in mind, I didn't eat. And if you don't eat, you lose weight. And if you're losing weight, then the rest of you are still not feeling well. And again, I took those prescriptions and that just didn't work. But when I came across this company and it worked, and I said, well, if this works for me, what other things can I take as well? What other things can I do in terms of improving my health? We still understand that what the infections are and what they do and how they work, but who's trying to cure you from having those issues? Not a lot, because like the video says, that big pharma is out trying to make some money, and they're putting medication out there. That's how they get their money. But what about you? They're not taking care of you. They're taking care of big pharma. So I looked at the fact that if my cells in my body were stronger, if they were motivated to continue to be healthy, and I was doing things to actually increase that, to help each of the cells in my body become stronger and better able to manage what I'm doing. And then that's when I started taking the cell signal. Cell signal has given me the energy that I need. When I get up in the morning, I'm energetic, I'm ready to go and get my first cup of coffee and start my breakfast and the things that I do to kind of keep myself together. Well, I think again, it's just about motivation in terms of doing that. And so once I started getting better in terms of how I felt, then I started looking around and saying, what else can I do to make sure that I don't spread any illnesses myself? Is my house okay? Is my surfaces clean? When I do cleaning of the toilets and some of the other areas, am I doing the best thing for those to make sure that all the germs and things are gone? Again, it's about making sure that I can stay as healthy as I possibly can so that I don't have to deal with those other things. And so far, I seem to be working in the right direction, because men my age, I think the one thing that they have a little prostate issue. So, I'm dealing with that. And the other thing is all the other things that you do when you have your blood tests and those kind of things. And you see your cholesterol is high, this is wrong and this is wrong. And these are the kind of things you need to change, and you're not doing any exercise. Well, to make sure that I'm staying on top of those things, I'm down. I call it down 2. Right now, my electrolytes have been weak. That's it. My prostate, my electrolytes. I don't have the other issues that a lot of people are dealing with. I haven't had COVID at all, any of the things. I had a little flu symptoms about 8-9 months ago, but other than that, everything has been hunky-dory. And so if you're interested in being hunky-dory, stay with me. Be here next Tuesday at 10 o'clock. and let's talk a little bit more. I think I'll have a guest next Tuesday at 10 o'clock to talk a little bit about some of the other side, the health issues, and as it relates to your house and some of the things that you can do from that perspective. So in the meantime, thank you for attending. I appreciate you, and you have a marvelous rest of the day. Until we meet again. Thank you.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.